Hello and welcome to this the day before video. It sounds weird saying that. Anyway, this is a video about how to get loot as fast as humanly possible in this game. High tier loot, the best weapons, variable stuff you can make money, basically everything you want to do in a single video. Basically, when you first start a game, make your way to the outskirts of the city to the countryside, because this is where you'll start to find much better loot. And right now, not many players know about it, so you're going to just be able to loot freely without really having to worry about PvP. But you're going to want to be quick and implement the lessons that I've learned myself quickly before other players catch on and it becomes a PvP hot zone, because it definitely will. So once you've walked all the way out of the city, it's a bit of a bore, but you'll get there in the end. We have a couple of different locations to loot through. Now, each of these locations have kind of a different focus on what loot you can get, and I'll talk about all of them briefly and go over the best practices. Firstly, the prison, really great place for getting military gear. So we're talking about weapons, full auto weapons, police vests, and all that stuff. And it's pretty easy to loot. It's small, it's compact, it doesn't take long. Really worth going to this place. Just be very careful that you have your stamina bar filled and your energy bar filled and you're not overweight. Because if you're overweight or have no stamina and try to swim across the water to get to the prison, you will die. So please keep that in mind. Make sure your stamina bar is full, your energy bar is full, and you are not overweight. Otherwise, you will die as you swim across. Quick warning there. Besides that, super easy to loot. You can't loot any of the prison rooms, so you just want to focus on the sort of rooms around the outskirts of the building. Upstairs is really good. I found an AR in there. It looked like a scar. I don't know the name of it in this game, but yeah, it's pretty good. Now, once you've left the prison, you can go to Market. Market is an amazing place if you need food and water, and also backpacks and clothes. Food and water is just in the food section, pretty straightforward on the supermarket shelves. And if you go into the back rooms where sort of the staff area is, you'll find these lockers, and these very often have clothes and backpacks. What I've learned about this game is the object you loot determines the kind of loot that's inside, and pretty much everything, no, in fact, all items are inside containers. So the more you learn about different container types, the better you're going to be able to loot the things you want and not waste time on the things you don't want. So once you've looted Market and prison, you've got some good gear, you've potentially got a backpack, you've got some food. You can then go to the hospital where, as you guessed, you can find tons and tons of meds. There's a bunch of red bags inside which are guaranteed to contain meds. So if you want to stack up on a bunch of meds for some reason, this is the place to do it. It is a maze inside, so you don't want to spend too long getting lost. But also, not just meds here, you'll find a bunch of these large black boxes on the outskirts of the building and inside. And these have very high chance for weapons, weapon attachments, ammo, that sort of thing. So you'll find these all over the hospital, and they're very worth looting because they will have some of the best gear in the game. I would say the hospital is one of the best places to loot, probably second after the prison. So you've got the prison, you've got the market, and you've got the hospital. Now, another place worth looting is this sort of unnamed area. Not the factory. I found the factory to be quite bad, but this unnamed section has a bunch of these black boxes that I was talking about. So you're going to get a lot of guns in this area. I found so many weapons when I first went here. I think it was like 3 or 4 weapons and some body armor, and I couldn't even pick it up. The next place I want to talk about is the mall. The mall is absolutely massive, and honestly, I don't think it's worth going inside the mall, because inside it, you're going to get lost, and all of the items inside are sort of like clothing options, right? They are bags that have clothes inside. Pretty much every single store item in here is just clothes, which is useless. So it's not worth going in here, in my opinion. But outside the mall, there's actually a small set of military tents, which has a lot of those black boxes I'm talking about, filled with tons and tons of loot, which is really cool. You're going to want to loot these black boxes whenever you see them. There's a couple other sort of like military colored boxes, smaller military boxes, weapon cases all around. Those you'll always want to loot. And you can even find those in the city, and they do have military gear in the city. But for some reason, for me, in my personal experience, it's much better to loot the stuff in the sort of countryside section of the map. The sort of center of the city has lower chances to spawn gear. Now, another thing I would suggest that once you've started to get enough ammo, you don't have to worry about that. To be honest, after a couple runs, you won't need to. You should start shooting zombies and not run away, because zombies can carry a lot of cash, especially in these high tier areas. You can come out with like $500 to $1,000 in cash, and you can put this in your safe area, this little area at the bottom right of your inventory. If you die, you keep that stuff, and you can sell the dollars for 1-to-1 conversion to Woodbury coins. So basically, it's nice to get a nice stack of dollars to take home, because for some reason in this game, nothing really sells for much. You can sell meds for a decent amount. Actually, most of the time, meds are more valuable to sell back to vendors than weapons are, so keep that in mind. Attachments can be pretty valuable, and also little trinkets. Like, I found this little golden trinket a couple times. It sells very highly, and besides that, it's just going to be a bit of grind to build up enough money to be able to purchase a car, which is 1 million, or 2 million if you want the best car, so that's pretty crazy. But that's not all. As you explore the rest of this game, you'll occasionally find keys. Now, these keys will open specific doors. Now, don't get confused, because I did. I found a key in a hospital with the number 374, and I thought, it must be in the hospital. So I spent ages looking around, and it was not the case. It turns out there are a bunch of different themed keys that have the number and the theme. And sometimes it's not so clear what the theme is. This 374 key, I have no idea, but I did find out that the next key I found was for the Azure building, number 734, or something like that. And you'll see later, I will explore this building. We're going to go on a bit of a loot run and see what's inside. It's going to be pretty exciting, because I think the keys may have the best loot in the game. If you can find the key, and they can go in your secret stash, so if you die, you won't have to worry about it. So yeah, let's go and check out these keys. So here we have the Azure 735 key card, and we are just outside of the Azure building. We're going to walk up to this and see exactly what is inside. Now, my guess is it's going to be very high tier loot. If it's behind a locked door, then surely it has to be higher value than anything else we can find in the world. Usually it works that way, and we already can get some pretty high tier loot just by wandering around, so I'm pretty excited about this. Do not trust Azure. Oh, and obviously I have it in my locked case, so even if we die here, we won't lose the key. My guess is once we've opened the door, the key will be used up though. Now this is on floor 7, I assume, 735. So we need to find the stairs of this building and make our way upstairs. Let's have a look. Seeing anything at the moment? Interesting. Here we go. This looks like a staircase. No? Hold up. This looks like a big storage area. Hang on. Let's just check that. Nothing. See, pretty sure the loot in this city is just not really worth it. Look. Our first military weapons case here. Let's check this. Oh, an actual shotgun. Okay. So, as long as you find the right sort of obstacles. Sorry. Oh, we can use an elevator. Ah. Okay, didn't know that. Yeah, as long as you loot the right kind of materials, then it's good. Alright, here we go. Going up. I did not know the elevator even worked. That was surprising. Thought it was busted. Okay, here we go. Upstairs. I don't know if there's going to be a bunch of zombies up here. I don't know what we're going to find, but I hope we'll get a bunch of good loot. That's for sure. I'm guessing this must be floor 7 already. Interesting. So let's have a look. 402 requires key. Oh! Wait, if this is 402, we need to go up more. This is a very interesting room, though, that I was not aware of. I wonder if there's anything good in... Oh, there's a safe there. Yo, a whole PC motherboard. Wow, I may have just found another high-tier area inside the city. Safe, there's nothing inside of it, though. This is like an office. There might be high-value stuff in here. A backpack. Okay, so far this is actually pretty good. I'm not sure if you can go on the elevator if you don't have the key card. If you can. An AK. Okay, that was a surprise. We've just found another really high-tier area right within the city. Alright, just as an update, I ran around this building and another building called Azure Labs, and I could not find the key, so it's a mystery. If you guys can help me find out where it is, then that would be awesome. But for now, this building also seems to be pretty high loot, so that's nice to see, and I'll keep exploring, and if I find any other information, I'll let you guys know. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of this content, make sure to subscribe so you can see it on your homepage, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheerio!